Hello everybody, welcome back to the cabin. Welcome back to Commonwealth Flipper. So some great sales, a ton of sales. We're going to do about half like we typically do. Looks like 60 sales, $1,548. Like I said, we'll do about half of that. I think the higher priced ones are tomorrow, but there's some really good sales in here today. It's a double-edged sword of sorts for today because I was really looking forward to something, and instead of getting what I was looking forward to, I got exactly the opposite, and it's in regards to a negative feedback, and I was really kind of infuriated by this, not for one reason, not for two reasons, for three different reasons, and I can't wait to talk about this, if nothing else, just to get it off my chest, but a lot of great sales. Let's take a look. First sales back here, and we're going to do 4 sales before we talk about the topic, which is what we typically do on a video. And this one, I can't even find it. Yep, there it is right there. It's in bubble wrap. It's a GE, because it's like a Walkman, except for that's, of course, branded to Sony. But this is GE, and it's already in bubble wrap because it had sold before, and somebody canceled the order before we shipped it. So we kept it in the bubble wrap, and it is going to go first class. It's over $20 free shipping, so it's like selling it for $15 plus shipping, because that's going to go out probably at the 12-ounce rate once we get the packaging and some more bubble on there. So, like I said, figure 15 plus shipping. By the way, I'm seeing a recent uptick on prices on those portable, Walkman style things. They're going up in value because they're getting older and harder to find. And when you find them, they're not always working. So I got those 2 games that I thought were listed from the Motherload sale, but apparently they weren't. We've been doing inventory too lately, and you never know, when you do inventory, you'll find stuff that's not listed. Those 2, Super Mario Advance, and what is this one? I can't even read. Tac 2. And that one sold, they both sold $21 plus shipping. Sold to our buddy Chucky at Video Game Collector over there on eBay. He buys every once in a while from us. Thank you so much. We're going to add them to our total. That takes the total from the Motherload yard sale to $3,210. It's about $18 profit on those. By the way, people ask me all the time, this is not how I keep tax records. This is not how I do it. This is purely for the show, where we adopt certain sales, and I don't do it near as much as I used to. But we'll talk about taxes a little bit later, but I'll give a plug to my reseller, Genie. If you're interested, go check out that link below. Get 15% off if you use code Commonwealth, all caps. It's been so warm around here lately. My AC just kicked on. I think I'm going to leave it on because it is a little steamy in here for a fall day anyway. Sold another record. I need to get listing more and more of these. I have this whole tote, as you've noticed, been sitting here for a while. I got to get on the ball with those records. Rush 2012. This one went to viewer, not as many viewer sales today as we have had. There are days where it's half the sales or more lately. It's just insane. Your support is amazing. That is a pretty cool Rush album. It's not perfect, but it's in pretty decent shape. So Ryan, I hope you enjoy it, and it is headed your way, and we will ship it, of course, in the record album boxes down there. And I hope you enjoy it. Appreciate it. I feel like I might not have told you what that sold for. $26 plus shipping for that record, and we sold a hat. And this hat is, I used to think it was Stussy, but it's Stussy. And Carrie American Arbitrage told me that on the podcast the other day, and I'm like, well, if it's pop culture, Carrie's probably right. That was a good find. That hat right there sold for $59 plus shipping. Really good sale. That one, strangely enough, is headed to Lynchburg, Virginia, which isn't too terribly far away from here. Have you ever sold something to your hometown? I have sold a few things to Yucaipa, California, where I grew up for a while. Well, where I grew up. I lived in Eugene, Springfield area, in Oregon for a while. I've sold some things there. Have you ever sold something to your old hometown? I mean, obviously, if you live in a big metropolitan area, you have. But maybe if you live in someplace small, have you ever sent it back to your hometown? Let's talk a little bit of feedback here. So I told you there's 3 reasons why this negative feedback got me. And I'll tell you what, I'll let you look at the feedback in just a second. I have not called eBay. I'm fairly certain we're going to get this removed unless something is going strange, because we do offer free returns, and the person had an opportunity to send it back. They didn't. And so eBay usually protects folks who do offer those free returns, which is another reason to offer free returns. But I have, well, let me show you. By the way, if you hear anybody up there, Bubba and his girlfriend are up there eating. lunch out there on the deck. So negative feedback. 1. I had a negative feedback just a few days ago. And the irony here is that the day I had a negative feedback a year ago, and the day that that negative feedback was going to drop off my account, I was just kind of watching it and waiting. I'm like, it's coming, it's coming. I'm going to have 100% positive feedback for the first time in quite a while. I've had, well, certainly over a year. It might have been closer to 2 years since I've been at 100. There's always been one negative feedback hanging around. The day that fell off is the day I got this new negative feedback. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I can't get to that 100 level. And it's not that big of a deal, by the way. If you're a new reseller, it's not the end all and be all. But it would be nice, you know, to have 100% positive feedback. I've got a few neutrals in there that are about ready to fall off as well. That's the first thing that got me upset. The second thing that got me upset was that this feedback was left exactly 1 month after it was purchased. So I'm like, I sold that thing such a long time ago. When was it purchased? And I go back to look, and it is exactly 1 month after the fact. So they didn't have many days left at all where they could leave feedback, and they did it at the last moment. Last but not least is the feedback itself. And that actually got me, you know, not as upset as the other two factors, because it was so close to 100%. It was so close to them not being able to leave feedback on the item. And I'm going to have to make a phone call and hopefully get it removed. But I'm going to read you the feedback and talk about the item. Some of you may remember it was a snoring Santa and snoring Mrs. Santa. I think they're laying down in their beds. They were in the boxes still, you know, and you hit the button and they, you know, do their snoring and all that. You may remember me selling it. It's been, you know, over a month at this point, and it was a pretty decent sale. And I'm going to read you the feedback, and then I'm going to tell you where I think they've gone wrong a little bit, and something that I could do better as well. All right, so feedback. Very far from new. This is very true, by the way. If I didn't need it for a gift, I would have returned it. Okay, so keep that in mind when I read the rest of this. The Santa doesn't even work, and the batteries are melted inside of it. Okay, so first off, we did test them both. We hit the button for both of them, and they both snored. They both worked. Now, here's the problem that we should have done. We should not have listed them as new. It should have been listed as used, you know, still in the box, never been taken out, that kind of thing. But you know how you're in a store and they have the little, you know, they have the little button where you can test them out? That means there's batteries in them already. And so it's a tough decision sometimes, you know, so technically it's not new, and the box has a little bit of damage and whatnot. So, you know, it doesn't really hurt you a lot of times to list an item as pre-owned, even though it has never been taken out of the box. It might have on that particular item. But what do you do, right? Do you take it all out of its packaging and check the battery compartment when you know it's working? That's a little harder, right? So the problem here is this person is saying this is not a good enough item for what I paid for, blah, blah, blah. And then they're going to give it away as a gift. So if it really isn't working, why are you giving it away as a gift? That's what I'd like to know. But the bigger problem is just send me a message, because I would have taken care of this thing. I would have shipped it all the way back. I'd have paid for it. You know, we'd have taken care of any problem, any issue whatsoever, and there would be no need to put any negative feedback on there whatsoever. So let me know, and that is something to keep in mind. If you have one of those items, at least disclose it. Like, hey, there might be corrosion, which is what they're talking about. I guarantee the batteries weren't melted inside of it. There's probably corrosion, but not enough to not make it work. You know, it reminds me of an item I just took pictures of here. This is the kind of thing I'm talking about, right? It's in the package. You know, this is an older item. It's in the package, and you can test it right here in the package. And how long it's been in there, is there corrosion in the batteries? You just, you know, you never know. But that kind of thing, it kind of goes without saying, but you might want to disclose it and make sure your buyers know. And maybe even make sure they know that they can return it if there is an issue, and I think it would avoid this altogether. Tell me what you think down below, and tell me if you've ever had any similar issues. Sold a couple of items that people say you're not supposed to sell because they don't sell for much, and they're kind of right. But sold a Coke ornament, which we've been selling a lot of, and I can't find it. It's one of the loose ones, not the boxed up ones, and I don't remember where Blue Ridge Mom put those, because she listed all of those. I went to Dawn, so Dawn, we're gonna look for it You might have already seen a message from me if I can't find it, but it's got to be here somewhere, right? And Merry Music Maker at Snow Baby Department 56 sold for $10 plus shipping, I think. That's not a bad sale. Sold some Cat and Jack youth size girl boots. I think these were Reagan's back in the day. So Boober's mama just going through the kids' old stuff and selling it off where she can. And not expensive boots at all, but hey, you know, you can take it to the Goodwill or donate it or sell it. $12.95 plus shipping. It's worth the time, in my opinion. Boots can sometimes be difficult to ship. Not youth sizes, because youth size, well, you're probably not getting them in a shoe box, post office shoe box. Probably putting them in a 12 by 12 by 8 box, number 7 box, you know, putting them like this. And I like to wrap a little paper around each to keep them apart from scuffing, but they're really not hard if you find the right boxes, for sure. And some of the bigger boots, you're gonna be better off at this point doing FedEx or even UPS, but this will work right here for these boots for sure. And Wanda, I wanted to give you a thank you for buying plans for the Commonwealth Picker shipping table over on CommonwealthPicker.com. And we had a viewer make a massive purchase, and it's not just any viewer, it's Kristen. If you remember, Kristen has been very kind to the channel for a long time, and we appreciate you. Kristen has cerebral palsy and still is extremely creative. She's the one who made the little drip like pour mugs, the tumblers that we've sold before. Just amazing. So Kristen, thank you for that massive purchase. We refunded you about half of the money. I think that's about right. You know, the items and the shipping is obviously, it's still going to go out first class. So we refunded all that shipping plus a little bit more. And I'll show everybody what you bought. It was around $100 if I recall, when it's all said and done. This right here is these little Animate Christmas ornaments. We've been doing some charity auctions. And so Kristen, if you would once again tell me the Cerebral Palsy Foundation that you want us to give to, and we'll definitely include one of these in one of our charity auctions this year. We just had one end, and you'll see it on the next video or two, and we'll put another one up. And just to take a look over here, you got the very last ones of these 3D ET heads. They're finally gone, and you got the last two, and a bunch of awesome ET stuff right there. Sold one of the 31 little wallet pocketbook things. This one's a little different than I'm used to looking at here. Got the little coin purse inside of it right there. I don't know. I don't typically use this kind of stuff, so I do use fanny packs. $31, $31. What am I talking about? $12 plus shipping. Jennifer, I think you're a viewer. I have so many messages in the regular messaging system. Maybe you sent something, but I didn't see one on the purchase. That old tech deck right there. Pretty cool one. Super Ghetto Kids, DGK 711. I like that. $10 plus shipping on that one. It doesn't happen that I actually can find the message, but I just remembered something about that, and I went searching for it, and it was the fourth one I clicked on, so lucky you this time. Big shout out to Henry for this one. He has an excellent eye, and he often helps us find treasures. This is your son, I imagine. Bardstown Vintage. Very cool, and Henry, I hope you enjoy it. And as I'm clicking through there looks like there's a ton of messages for a bunch of different sales, and unfortunately, y'all leave them in the wrong place, so I'm going to say it again. Definitely, if you want me to give a shout out or to mention something or to say thank you or whatever it is you want, put it on the purchase. When you buy it, there's a comment section as you're buying it. And those are the ones I read. Difficult. I could show you, you would not believe how many messages. I cleared it earlier today, and there's 21 more that have already showed up. So, and I try specifically to get to the ones that are in reference to items, you know, measurement on this or whatever. And I miss a ton of those because there's just so many in there. So if you do that for me, I'd really appreciate it. And I'll get you your thank you that you deserve. Uh-oh, I heard somebody over there. But I sold some Dansko shoes. I wonder if that's Turner out there. It's about time for his sale. Whoops. These Dansko shoes I bought at the Hillsville sale. Yep, there he is. Come on in, bud. We'll do your sale. And they sold on Bonanza. Bonanza, $21.68 plus shipping. And I'll take it. I spent $5, I think. Or no, they wanted $5. I bundled, maybe got them for $3 or $4. They're not perfect. There's a little issue right here See, they would have gone for quite a bit more, but still good. I'll take it. All right, Turner, we finally sold a pound puppy. I had pound puppies when I was a little boy. I loved them. They were really, really cool. 1985, best year ever. I was 8 years old. What do you think?
It's pretty cool.
I liked them. Did you have a puppy when you were a little boy?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, a plush puppy, yeah.
Yeah.
What was his
Rough
name?
Rough. Yeah.
Rough. That's right. You like that puppy, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty
Still
cool.
have it.
You do still have it, don't you?
One time I lost it.
You don't sleep with it, though.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, you do?
One time
Okay.
I lost it.
Speaking of an animal, all right. You're going to continue your story here in just a second, but we're going to let Pepper in. All right. Keep going with your story.
One time I lost the Rough.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I remember.
My mom bought another one.
Yep. You were distraught,
And
so she went and got another
not happy.
one. You didn't want
and
the
then
other
I
one.
found the other one.
That's right.
Well, actually, Mom did, I'm pretty sure. And that made me really happy.
Well, that one went to Des, and it's $18 plus shipping for that pound puppy right there. Pretty cool. Definitely enough for you to do what?
$7, spend $1, and donate $1. Bye.
Pepper's in here for her treats. There you go. Next item is a stadium giveaway at Liberty University, and they are having a terrific football season this year, so it sure helps to sell Liberty stuff. And another flag sold $9 plus shipping on that one. Pretty good. Simpsons 6th season sold $12.30 plus shipping. I think that's this one right here, which isn't a bad little sale. Sometimes Simpsons can be a little hard, but sometimes they'll go. You know I love to sell shoes because I hate to sell shoes, which means I like it when they leave. Not a great shoe salesman. I don't do a good job because I don't love it, which is a lesson I should probably take to heart a little bit more often. But those Crocs right there sold for $22 plus shipping. Sold some jeans, and if you're new to the channel, I've told the story often. I'll just say it really quick. I paid for my wife's wedding ring selling nothing but jeans. Every time I sell a pair of jeans, I'd put the money in a separate account and saved up enough to pay for her wedding ring, and it wasn't cheap. Let me tell you, that one is a size 36-30. American Eagle straight leg original. Let's see, what did it sell for? $20 plus shipping, and I have a video about how to ship those out and save a bunch of money by putting them in these right here, even though the reality is I actually ship them in the poly bags just to save time. Get them out of here quick. Sold a, I guess it's a frozen plush backpack, and it didn't sell for much, but it did sell. There you go. See how it's a plush, but it's also a backpack kind of thing, bag. I don't know what you want to call it. $11.40 plus shipping. Sold a Christmas ornament from Jack in the Box, and I feel like a viewer sent these to us, and somehow they got in the listing box, and there's 2 of them, so maybe I gotta pull the other. I'll have to delist it and put it on our Christmas tree here pretty quick. So if you sent this to us, one of them sold, and I don't think that, maybe that's what I said. I'm like, we'll sell one, keep one for the tree. I can't even find it. There it is. See, there is 2 of them. Jack in the Box Christmas ornament. And we usually decorate the trees with stuff that viewers send us, so I'm gonna have to remember to remove that thing here really quick. And Jack in the Box Santa Claus Christmas ornament. A lot of times these Jack in the Box will be like antenna toppers. Have you ever seen those? I loved Jack in the Box growing up, boy. I'd have Jack in the Box for breakfast and Del Taco for dinner in California for many, many days. I loved it. And that one sold, I don't even remember, $10 for that one, I think, plus shipping? I'll have to look. Yeah, it was $10 plus shipping. And it went to a viewer, went to Keith. I just noticed that. Keith sent us that. He's been so kind to us over the years. Nice to hear from you. It's Keith from Minnesota. He says, "Hi, Kevin. I love collecting vintage restaurant memorabilia. So I wanted to buy this, and I hope you and your family have a blessed holiday season. God bless you. Your friend Keith from Minnesota." Keith, thanks so much. I appreciate it. Just sold some more ET stuff, and I hadn't taken it out earlier. So that ET set of earrings, ET earrings, over $7 plus shipping. One more sale from in here, and it's hidden right by the Teen Wolf 2 mask. And this is the Isaiah. We have a few of them in there. Isaiah 117. House charity auction. And that one is, the proceeds are going to go to them. There, you know, I wear those bracelets on here. My bracelet's dirty. I need to clean that. And they were kind enough to give us these. We're going to auction them off and send the money right to them. If you don't know what they are, they're an organization who creates spaces, homes, essentially, for foster kids right immediately out of they're taken out of the house. A lot of times they're taken to some government office somewhere, and the processing and paperwork and all that, and the kid is sitting there forever. And so this gives them a place to go instead of doing that. A place where they're comfortable, a place where they have lots of things that can keep them entertained, and you know, food and all the kinds of things that a kid might need and want, instead of sitting in some stuffy office waiting for paperwork and a placement to be done. It really is a great charity, and we're happy to support them whenever we can. And by we, I don't mean us, I mean all of us. You guys have done so much. We've been able to do sponsorships at charity golf tournaments, give them extra money when they have garage sales, and this money's all going to go to them. And it's going to Cassie Affordable Nostalgia. I can't even read this. Affordable Nostalgiastic. I think that's right. I've probably butchered that. Anyways, just throw it in a bag. No need to bubble wrap it or anything. Thanks, Kevin. I can't do that. I can't do that. Especially for a new hat. But, well, I don't know. We're going to put it in the box. We'll put this next to my Utah Jazz hat and my NC Piggy. Oh my gosh, don't put it next to that thing. They say, OG fan, have watched all your videos and about to watch the latest Trash to Cash podcast episode. Much love. Thank you, Cassie. I really do appreciate it. Thank you from Isaiah 117 as well. I'm sure they appreciate it too. Reagan says, those are my boots. They don't fit you anymore, though,
No.
do they? That's right.
I got other boots.
You got other boots. Uh-oh. There goes the pound puppy. There goes the
You
cat.
like it, Pepper? Oh, she does like it.
All right, what do you got?
Katie got an Infoman, a Trash to Cash sticker, and a We Get Things Moving sticker.
Oh, wow.
Zach got a blue CWP shirt and a Trash to Cash shirt. And
Okay.
his eBay store, I think. YouTube, eBay, I don't know. Is Triggy Thrifted Treasures.
Triggy's Thrifted Treasures. And somebody asked to see our stickers. They're on CommonwealthPicker.com, but there's three of our... There's a Trash to Cash around here somewhere. Hold on a minute. There's the Trash to Cash sticker. And then we got Trash to Cash hats. And we've got these right here. Tumblers. And we don't have the t-shirt. They're back there. There's two different t-shirts, actually.
Yep. Anyway,
thank you, Reagan. Are you been working on your ornaments? They're coming soon? Okay, you want to give me any more hints about what's on the ornament?
what were our hints before?
That you might have seen it already.
Sophie,
and
and
it's
you've
not
seen it.
Sophie, and it's not the hedgehog. Is
It's
it the
an animal.
chickens? Oh, okay, it's an animal. There you go. Getting closer every day.
Yep.
Thank you, Reagan.
Bye, and don't forget your sticker at CommonwealthPicker.com.
All right, Bubba's girlfriend told me I forgot something again, which I did. And we're doing this right here, made in the USA. This little foldable zigzag right there. It's going out to Elizabeth. And thank you for leaving the message. She also got a coin. And this is a Liberty University coin right here. And it's a golf, it's like a poker chip kind of thing you put on top of your poker cards, or it's got a magnet to be like a ball marker for a golf ball. She said she has a friend that I think went to Liberty University. Her son did, and the son plays golf. So those are both headed out. So I messed up. Not this one. What am I doing? That's there. I took the wrong thing out of here. So both of these are $29.50 for those two, plus shipping. It's pretty good. I'm into these for a grand total of, I think, $2. I like that sale. Sold some Mary Kay, some Time Wise Foundation Bronze 7, $10.41 plus shipping. All right, I sold two more ET pins, or one pin. I'm not going to show it to you. You've seen it 100 times. The pin, the ET and drag pin, and what else? Star Power necklace, and that one was the ET one, so it has the ET necklace. And I sold it to a viewer along with this NWO decal right there. That one went to Katie. The NWO decal is for my brother. We have so many memories of going to see WWF matches. Hulk Hogan, King Kong Bundy was a good one. They saw that match. Wow, that's impressive. I like that. They did do some of those house matches, and then they did the big ones as well. I need a link for all your wrestling t-shirts. Very cool. You can go through my eBay link. I buy most of them on eBay. Pro Wrestling Tees were kind enough to send some to me. Tell you what, you go to Pro Wrestling Tees and say you need to hire Commonwealth Picker, because I love the t-shirt so much. This is an old White Lion t-shirt. Big Game. That was a great album, by the way. And let's see what else. Can't seem to find it because there is none, unfortunately. Thanks for the knowledge and entertainment on all the platforms, even Trash to Cash. Thank you, Katie. Heart of Thrifting. Katie, thank you. I appreciate it. 20 some dollars total, plus shipping for the 3 of these. We appreciate your support very, very much. Hey, reminds me something here. Baldy Powell Picker. This is King Kong Bundy, you know, no hair. Baldy Powell Picker. Let's see, I'm trying to think. Maybe I'll put the... See if I can maybe find it. It's over here. baldypowellpicking.bigcartel.com. And you can go over there and support a great cause, the Gary Sinise Foundation. They're doing the Studs of Reselling calendar. I'm not one of the Studs of Reselling, apparently. My wife would probably agree. I didn't make the cut this year. Carrie somehow, American Arbitrage made the cut. Pittsburgh Picker and all these, you know, they made the cut. I can't make the... Harry Tornado made the cut. I can't... Look at him doing push-ups. I can't... I mean, geez. I can't even make the cut. I guess I'm going to have to get in shape, get a tattoo, maybe grow a beard, and next year I can make the cut. Either way, I'm happy to send y'all over there if you want a calendar, because the proceeds are all going to a great cause. So, anyway, go check it out. Thank y'all for joining us. Is there anything else I got to tell? I think that's it for today. You guys are really awesome. I appreciate you. I appreciate your support. Hope your Q4 sales are going well. And if they're not, I hope you can ramp up some sales here pretty quick, get the listings going as we head into the holiday season. You guys are amazing, and I can't wait to see you next time.
Well, if I'm in Virginia just to go and run the trails, found myself missing you more times than I can count. Rolling on just like a stone, nobody could tell me where the boundaries in my life stop and I could be free. Nobody could tell me. Fancy bars while living in cars ain't no